Alright guys, so this is probably take number 5 or something. I I had already completed the podcast, only to play it back to listen to it. And so what happens is I'm currently using a broken down laptop, and I have Audacity on it. That's basically where I do all my podcast voiceovers, whatever. And it it kept freezing, but then it kept like continuing recording. So I assumed it was okay. I assumed it captured everything within the freezing part. It turns out it didn't, and I was basically skipping around. I was talking about something, and then it would like freeze, and it would cut off, and it would go back to when it unfroze, and that's where it will continue with me talking. So there's basically a bunch of little dents and holes into the audio, and it frustrated me. Like, honestly, I had like maybe 10 minutes of recording, and it just ups and does that, and I had to restart all over again. So anyways, I just can't get anything right. Apparently I can't get anything right in this channel. The first video I botched it, and camera dies, and then on top of that, after I completed both videos, it turns out YouTube no longer allows you to mix two videos together. So I had to upload a 2-part video, which is definitely something you shouldn't do. If you're a new YouTuber, that's something that you should never do, is upload 2 videos at the same day. Like, that's just not something you should do. But I had no other choice. That was basically a 2-part thing. It didn't go well. And then it comes with the podcast part. I know I could probably do it again. It is Tuesday, and I initially wanted to release this on Friday. But you know what? I decided, why not? Just go ahead and just do it anyways. I really want to be as authentic and transparent as possible. So you guys will quickly learn about my my mess ups. So here goes my niece, I think. Yeah, so I'm currently recording this in a small little room. My 2 dogs are locked up in a cage. My niece is out there going crazy, so she might walk in here while I'm doing this. And yeah, honestly, it's really frustrating. But anyway, what I was saying in the first take was that I wanted to use this segment, which is podcasts on Fridays, and be able to just connect with people, be able to talk to them, be able to answer questions, concerns, whatever it is. If you guys need advice, I definitely want to be able to do that, and really offer that to you guys, so I can really connect with my audience. I've been getting like loads of questions on my Instagram about any sort of advice, help with issues that people go through, and unfortunately I can't answer all of them, and if I do, it takes a lot of time, and I just really want to be able to use this so I can answer general questions and help multiple people with just one episode. I think that would be a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to get a point across by hearing someone speak to you, because sometimes people whenever they read something, they may misinterpret it, and they might get offended by it, and that's definitely something I don't want to do. I don't want to offend anyone. I genuinely don't like people not liking me. I tend to think that I'm a person that is decent enough, I guess. I'm nice, but at the same time, I'm also an asshole to other people that tend to be assholes to me. And I absolutely like trolling people. Whenever I get like spammers or something, I troll them. But that's just that's just who I am. And I guess in a way I have pretty thick skin. You sort of kind of have to have that, especially when you're born with an illness. So I just did a transition there. I did a segue, and yeah, when you're born with a disability, specifically a neuromuscular disorder, muscle weakness, whatever, you get a lot of people who judge you. You get people that bully you, that make fun of you for the way you walk and the way you look. And it's just something that I sort of kind of grew. Actually, it's kind of cool that this is gonna be the first episode. So screw it. Good thing I screwed up, because I can actually talk to you guys about this, and it's easier for me to just point it out and get it out of the way as soon as possible. I might bring it up as in future videos, so newcomers who subscribe to the channel, so they can understand it a bit more. Or maybe some of you guys can help out the community, especially when if someone asks, why does he walk that way, or why does he look like that, or whatever. You guys can let them know. But yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, being born with the illness, neuromuscular disorders and whatnot. You sort of have to grow up pretty quickly. Like, there's just no other way around it. You have to learn to adapt. Accepting it is probably the hardest thing that any person with any illness has to deal with. Although they probably might not admit it. In my case, it was definitely the hardest thing, was accepting that I had this disability. And I was pretty angry and really bitter, and in a way that sort of kind of helped me out, getting a thicker skin. So when people would make fun of me for the way I walk, especially at schools, and I would take the elevator because I wasn't able to go upstairs, they would make fun of me. They would call me lazy. They would basically judge me for every little bit of thing that I would do. And in a way, I'm grateful that happened, because I was able to, like I said, get thick skin and not let shit like that phase me. But at the same time, it kind of sucked, because after that, I got very antisocial, like very antisocial. I didn't want to talk to anyone, and I was, for the most part, I was very self-conscious about myself. Like, honestly, other people's opinions, in a way, it kind of bothered me, but because I've dealt with it so much, that it kind of went away, and I was just really hard on myself. Like, it was just, I was my own worst enemy, I guess. And that's just what really led me to not make many friends, which brings me to another other point that I wanted to mention, was my Instagram. When I started on that, like, years ago, when it first launched, I was probably the first 50,000 people maybe that downloaded it. And yeah, it was something new to me, and I started to grow quickly. And with that, I started making new friends. And because of the way I was brought up with my disability, it was hard for me to really talk to people. So I found it easier to really make friends online, and build relationships online, I guess, too. And I had physical relationships too, but online relationships also happened. And just keeping or making friends was so weird to me. It was something that I didn't really have, because I maybe had maybe 2 friends or 3 friends, I guess. Like a little group of we used to hang out in the library and stuff, and they were generally the only friends I had. So with Instagram and being able to really share my story, meeting new people, letting them share their own stories, and me helping them out, it felt nice. And it's funny how that transitions over to now, because now I feel really good of creating this channel, being able to have vlogging, me going to the mountains and whatnot, something that I genuinely enjoy. Like, I love waking up at 4 in the morning to go hiking. I didn't like it when I used to wake up at 8 to go to work. I absolutely hated that. But to go wake up 4 in the morning and go hike is, to me, is amazing, and I absolutely love that. And being able to share that with people. I mean, obviously, I'm not oblivious to the fact that I'm new to YouTube. I know I don't have hundreds of or thousands of subscribers, but just the very few people that tune in, it's nice, being able to, take my camera and just shoot the mountains, and in a way having that feeling that I'm taking you guys with me, and knowing that you guys are there watching, having my back. It feels nice because it's something that I didn't have growing up. I didn't have I guess a squad or a posse, whatever, following me around, and it's refreshing. And honestly, I feel very optimistic about this channel. I feel really motivated. It's something that I haven't really felt in a long time, and I felt this way before when I started my gaming channel. Eventually it went to shit, but I also felt very pessimistic because I knew something was gonna happen. Something was gonna something with the equipment that we're using, the laptop or whatever. And sure enough, that's what happened. Our capture card got screwed up, and I was left in the dark with nothing to show. And unfortunately, that YouTube channel died. If you're curious, it was called Examonkey. I definitely want to bring it back, though. That's something that I also want to do, but I solely want to focus on this channel, basically structuring a schedule of what I want to do. And right now I have the idea of maybe uploading 3 videos a week. I'm looking at the door right now, and I can see my niece, her little toes are going through the door. But anyways, yeah, I have that idea of uploading 3 videos a week, 2 vlogs and a podcast. Monday a vlog, Wednesday another vlog, and Friday a podcast where I could just sit down, sort of, take in everything that I've experienced that a week, go on my Instagram, answer, or I guess take whatever questions they submit there, and then come over here and just talk about that. I think that would be really cool. And I'll definitely leave a link to my Instagram in the description. Another thing I want to point out is that I am Mexican. I'm a Latino. So if my accent is there, if my English is kind of broken, it's because of that. But hey, I'm trying. So what's another thing I want to talk about? Yeah, I honestly didn't want to make this podcast very long, and I honestly don't want to make it that long because, for one thing, I don't want to, babble on about irrelevant stuff, and I don't want Audacity to freeze because I have been recording for 15 minutes now, and yeah, it's gonna suck if it stops. But I guess in general, I just want to welcome everyone to this brand new channel, this brand new journey. And if you guys made it this far, you actually listened to the whole thing, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate feedback, really, and I really want to know what you guys think, or you have any ideas, or what you want to see. I'm open to that. Honestly, I don't want to quit on this channel. I've been on and off YouTube for so long, too many times. I know, too many that I would like to admit, honestly, and I don't want to do that. This is something I genuinely like. I like being able to create videos. I like editing stuff. I like, being able to have an audience or a family. I don't consider people followers or subscribers or fans. I consider them family, because honestly, without you guys, and on Instagram specifically, because that's where I guess I was born. Honestly, that's where my whole Gabe Alexandersson persona was basically born, was in Instagram, and it was because of you guys is that I was able to really do that. Yeah, I was a dick mostly. That's what Alexandersson is. That's what the gimmick is of a douchebag. But honestly, me, like, generally, you know, Gabriel speaking, like Gabriel, um, I'm a different person. I'm nice, and that's why I called it I'm Alexandersson on the YouTube channel, because I want to sort of kind of keep the gimmicky side, but at the same time keep my my genuine side as well. I think that will be pretty cool. But yeah, this is gonna be like a segment that I want to do every Friday. Hopefully next week I'll have, well, not hopefully, I will have a topic that I want to talk about, and it could be a little bit longer, it could be shorter. Like I said, any feedback is greatly appreciated. You guys can let me know if you guys want shorter videos or longer videos, and I will definitely do that, because I listen. I honestly listen to people, and I think with that being said, I don't want to keep on rambling on and on, because then I'll just continue talking about different stuff that isn't relevant to the video. But that's the plan. So a schedule of 2 vlogs, 1 podcast, 3 days a week. It might change, it might not. I honestly don't know. It's too soon to tell, but that's in my head that works, and I think I'll be able to do that. So anyways, guys, with that being said, I appreciate you guys if you made it this far into the podcast. Feel free to subscribe. If not, it's okay. You can still leave me a suggestion, or you can follow me on Instagram. That's also pretty cool too. And let me know there if there's something that you guys want to know about me. If there's any questions, advice that I can definitely try to give you, or input, that'll be awesome. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys checking out my first podcast. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon on Monday. Yeah, Monday is gonna be the new vlog, so I'll see you guys on Monday. All right, bye bye.